Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
You may have the fastest boat on the river, but someone tried to stop you from winning this race before you even left the wharf in New Orleans.
Have Gun, Will Travel. Starring Mr. John Daner as Paladin. San Francisco, 1875. The Carlton Hotel, headquarters of the man called Paladin.
You care for another drink, Mr. Paladin?
No, thank you very much. You go ahead, though.
Well, no, I guess I've had enough for the night, too.
Colonel Tolliver, why did you select me? Surely there are men along the river who can suit your purpose.
Well, of course there are. Good men, too. But they're too well known. I want a stranger for this job, a new face.
It seems a lot of trouble and expense to go to.
Nothing is too good for the Queen.
Very well, then, since you are agreeable to my terms, I am agreeable to the engagement.
Excellent, sir, excellent. We should look forward then to seeing you in New Orleans by the end of the month.
Not later than the 30th.
Fine, fine. Well, I'd better get up to my room and pack if I'm going to leave in the morning. Good night, Mr. Paladin.
Good night, Colonel Tolliver. Have a nice trip.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, boy. You can come out from behind the palm now. The colonel's gone.
Oh, yes, Mr. Paladin. I was listening.
Naturally.
You go to work for a queen?
Yes, the biggest queen you ever saw.
Oh, what country is she queen of?
Oh, not a country, hey, boy. She's a Delta queen.
Delta queen? What is that?
Mississippi riverboat. The fastest Mississippi riverboat since the Robert E. Lee.
What you do with riverboat? You be captain?
Oh, no, hey, boy. I'm going to be her bodyguard.
Have you noticed, Minna, the new houses all seem to be on one floor?
I'd like that, with nagging backache and the muscular aches and pains I've had lately. It's no fun climbing stairs.
I know. With nagging back...
Meanwhile, the Stonewall Jackson will be out of sight. Miss Paladin, you have any idea who did this?
Well, that's a little difficult to say, Captain. For one thing, it was done while you were lying up at the wharf in New Orleans.
How do you know?
The cut ends are somewhat rusted, except for the strands that have just parted.
So they are.
Though it might or might not have been done by someone who's aboard now.
You've talked with our passengers. You have any suspicion?
No, not really. Now, there is one man. He hasn't bothered to introduce himself. He's an interesting fellow. I want to get to know him better.
You will look into it, won't you?
Indeed, I will, Captain.
Well, enjoying your cigar, Mr. Paladin?
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you very much.
Have any idea who cut the rudder cable?
Oh, why should I?
Well, that's why you're aboard, isn't it? Guard against such things.
Am I?
You needn't be alarmed, Mr. Paladin. I won't give away your secret.
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Very well. Have it your way. But if you were looking for a ride on a riverboat, you needn't have come this far. You could have taken the Star of the Pacific from San Francisco up the Sacramento River to Stockton. No, Mr. Paladin, you're here because you're paid to be here.
How do you know so much about me?
Well, I was a reporter on the San Francisco Morning Call a few years back, and it was my business to know about men like you. And because I know you to be a square shooting fella, I'm going to give you a little tip.
Oh, what's that?
Before I was a reporter on the San Francisco Morning Call, I was a reporter on the Virginia City Enterprise. And I recollect a young buck out there that could have been the twin brother of that Yancey Devereaux who shared our table at dinner. Only his name wasn't Yancey Devereaux then. It was the Sierra Kid. He had a frightening facility with a deck of cards. I could have told you then that boy would grow up to be a big-time gambler.
What are you implying?
I'm implying nothing, Mr. Paladin. And anyway, after that cute little trick with the rudder cable, we may just have lost the race already.
Do you think it's that serious?
Well, look for yourself. Upriver there, not a light. Stonewall Jackson's miles out of sight. Bless my soul, fog coming on. This could be disastrous. There's that tricky crossing to be made just above Bayou Sarah. And with the water at such a low stage. Come along, Mr. Paladin.
Where?
Oh, up to the Texas deck. The captain may need some help before this night's over.
Say, tell me...
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
How do you know so much about the rivers, sir?
Well, Mr. Paladin, before I was a reporter on the Virginia City Enterprise, I was a Mississippi River pilot.
Oh, now, sir, you challenge my credulity.
I'm sure I do. But then I've found truth always was stranger than fiction. Evening, Rodney.
Oh, come in, Sam. Mr. Paladin, come on in.
Well, how's it look?
Bad. Very bad. I don't like it at all.
That crossing up ahead, has it changed much with the years?
Not a great deal. That sycamore snag over toward these banks gone.
Give you a little more room to get your stern around.
Yeah, but she's built up shoal water there, so it's still risky.
Any other changes?
No. Otherwise, she's just about the same.
Rodney, I'd be honored to take her over that crossing for you.
In this fog?
Only thing to do, either we get through the crossing in this fog or the race is over.
I appreciate this, Sam.
No, I am in your debt, my friend, to be at the wheel of a packet again. Thank you. Yeah, we're coming into the crossing now.
But how do you know? You can't see a thing.
Oh, you learn to feel the river, Mr. Paladin. You just know it. Larboard leadsman below.
Ahoy the bridge!
Let's hear how much water you got under you.
Aye, sir.
Starboard leadsman.
Aye, sir.
Let's hear you sound.
Aye, sir. Mark 3.
Well and good. 3 fathoms. We still have plenty of water, Mr. Paladin. But she'll get shallower and shallower. Half speed, Rodney.
Half speed.
Half speed.
Water left wing. Half left wing. 8 feet.
Cut engines. We'll drift up to it.
All stop.
All stop.
7.5 feet.
This'll be a close thing, Mr. Paladin. We only draw 6 feet.
6.5 feet.
She's aground. Now, Rodney, full speed ahead.
Full ahead. Full feather.
Snatch her, Rodney. Help me hold her down.
All right.
We'll walk her over that carnation reef. A little more.
She's over.
Yeah. Yeah, she made it. Oh, she's a good boat.
8.5 feet.
Rodney, mind if I keep the helm for a while?
Sam, you've earned it. Keep it all night if you want.
Captain.
Yes, Miss Bell.
I've been talking to this remarkable fellow all evening. I didn't catch his name. Who is he?
Yeah? Well, that's Sam Clemens. He's one of the best pilots that ever took a boat up the river.
And now, here are Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy.
Bergen, why did you stop the car here?
I want to talk to that farmer. Oh, mister.
Oh, you call me?
Why, it's Mortimer Snerd.
Oh, where? Oh, that's me.
Are there any General Motors dealers around here?
No, but we got some Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, and Cadillac dealers, though, and some Chevy and GMC truck dealers, too.
Well, Mortimer, those are all General Motors dealers.
Oh, what do you want to see them all for?
Well, I only want to see one for Guardian maintenance.
Do they make that car, too?
No, that's a service that's available only at General Motors dealers' service departments.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and right now they're featuring complete lubrications, quality appearance services, brake adjustments, and front-end inspections. It's quality work performed by GM-trained servicemen at a fair price.
Well, that makes good sense even to me.
Thanks to Mr. Clemens' superb pilotage, we were still in the race. But we still had the Stonewall Jackson to beat, and it was not until late the next day above Vicksburg that we caught up with her. Oh, I tell you, it was a brave sight to see that night. The 2 great steamboats plowing upriver neck and neck, their chimneys hurling sparks to the stars, their great paddle wheels throwing a cloud of spray. I stood on the hurricane deck watching them with Yancey Devereaux and his sister.
Oh, like 2 great thoroughbreds coming down to the finish line.
Quite apt, Nancy. Whoever takes the lead now is apt to hold it the rest of the way to St. Louis.
Care to bet on who that'll be, Mr. Devereaux?
I'm not a betting man, Mr. Paladin, but if I thought the Stonewall Jackson would win the race, I'd be aboard her instead of the Delta Queen, would I not?
I don't know. Would you?
I would. But whoever wins, we will be in St. Louis this time tomorrow, and that's all that matters to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll be off to bed.
And miss all the excitement, Yancey?
I've had enough for one day. Good night, my dear. Good night, Paladin.
Good night, Devereaux. Yes, it is getting late. I believe that
Oh,
I should...
Mr. Paladin, before you go, I wonder if you would be so kind.
Of course. What is it you wish?
With a window in my stateroom, I just can't seem to get it to come open. I wonder if you could free it for me?
Certainly. I'd be glad to, but won't it wait until morning?
Why, Mr. Paladin, is there another young lady aboard I didn't know about?
Oh, no.
Then surely whatever beckons you can wait till you have done me this little service.
Of course. Which is your stateroom?
Oh, didn't you know? It's right down here. Come in, won't you? There now. I do declare this is a lot more cozy than that windy old deck. Now, isn't it, Mr. Paladin?
Yes. Yes, indeed, Miss Devereaux. Now, where is this window that sticks?
Don't bother with the window, Mr. Paladin.
What?
Put your hands up.
Oh, I see.
You will have the pleasure of my company for the next few minutes, Mr. Paladin.
While your brother's down below doing whatever he's doing to gum up the works of the steamboat and lose the race for us?
You will remain here with me until he returns.
Very well, Miss Devereaux. Say, that's an interesting roommate you have.
What are you talking about?
Over there, in the corner. That cute little rat. Here, Miss Devereaux, I'll relieve you of that gun, if you please. Somebody should tell your brother, or whoever he is, not to send a girl to do a man's job.
I'll scream. I'll have the whole boat down on you.
You just do that, honey. You just make it sound real good.
Evening, Mr. Paladin. Looks like we're pulling away from him.
You alone down here?
No, I got a couple of strikers. They're taking it easy behind the boiler.
Did you see anybody come down here, any of the passengers?
No, sir.
Now, then he came down the after companionway. Come on.
What is it, Mr. Paladin? What's wrong?
Well, I don't know yet, but tell me this. If somebody wanted to wreck the engines, what could he do to them?
Well, he might jimmy up the walking beam if he could, or maybe tamper with the lubrication on the paddle wheel journal boxes.
Now, where are they?
Back here, through this passageway. Hello?
Wait. Devereaux. He's got a gun. Devereaux! Come down out of there.
Keep your distance, Paladin.
He's got the journal box open.
I said come down out of there, Devereaux. Keep down.
He's got a bucket full of nuts and bolts, metal junk looks like.
I'm warning you, Devereaux. Come down, or I'll shoot you down.
Don't let him put that junk in that journal box, Mr. Paladin. It'll chew up the drive shaft and freeze it tight.
I'll stop him.
Merciful. He fell backwards into the paddle wheel.
So, even in death, he wins. You'd better stop the engines.
Not now, Mr. Paladin. What good would it do? He's gone.
Yes, I guess you're right. We could never find him now.
Pepsi-Cola refreshes without filling. Why? Because it's truly light.
Charlie, you're forgetting something.
Wait, Kay, there's more. Yes, ice-cold Pepsi is the delicious refreshment that goes great at a picnic or a party.
But, Charlie...
And Pepsi goes fast. People like it, so keep plenty handy. There.
Oh, you did fine, except for one thing.
Well, I mentioned lightness and how Pepsi refreshes and how fast it goes.
You left out Pepsi sociability. You know the Be Sociable song.
But, Kay, I can't sing.
I can. Listen.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
Well, at least I can say this. Pick up an extra carton of Pepsi today.
Please do.
Have Gun Will Travel. Created by Herb Meadow and Sam Rolfe, is produced and directed in Hollywood by Frank Paris and stars John Daner as Paladin with Ben Wright as Hayboy. Tonight's story was specially written for Have Gun Will Travel by William N. Robeson. Join us again next week when CBS Radio presents Have Gun, Will Travel.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.